So part 3 of the 10-part series of MCAT problems. The third problem is the reaction of HBr with this alkene, right? So what we see here is that alkene is reacting with HBr in the solvent, which is ether, the solvent of the reaction, right? So we can clearly see here that this is an addition reaction on the alkene, right? And if this is an acid catalyzed reaction, in most of the acid catalyzed reactions, the product is generally formed with the Markovnikov selection, or the Markovnikov rule says that rich gets richer, or a more substituted carbon gets the nucleophile, right? So we see here that this is a more substituted carbon that will end up getting the nucleophile, right? And then that carbon will get the H plus. So under Markovnikov rule, we should get an H here and a Br here, right? But let's think about what else can happen, right? So if the center carbon gets the Br, right, which means that there is a carbocation generated at that carbon center, right? Once that carbocation is generated, so I'm going to draw out the intermediate here. What else can happen? Carbocations are known for undergoing rearrangement, right? And the rearrangement is always driven by a formation of a more stable carbocation. So then this can possibly result in the rearrangement of a carbocation, which is nothing but alkyl shift, right? So a carbon shift can take place, and the carbocation can rearrange itself to form a more stable carbocation. So we see here, this is a tertiary carbocation, and the one up top was secondary. So now because a more stable carbocation is formed, right, that carbocation will actually get the Br, and that will result in the formation of product, which is B. So right away, don't form your products before thinking of rearrangements, especially when you're dealing with carbocations, because they undergo rearrangements easily and all the time. So think about rearrangements before you form your product.